Welcome back to Abra Knowledge channel. We're going to discuss interval plot and probability plot and using Minitab and data tab, and the file is there within the Minitab. We're going to pull up that file and have it do it. Okay, and I'm opening the Minitab. I have a Minitab version number 17 and I'm going to go with the file and then open worksheet. Have a click it and look in Minitab sample data folder and have a click it, and you can give the file name. I'm just taking the reference from the Minitab cookbook, and here it is given version number 17. It has given that how to do the interval plots and how to interpret that one. The same thing I'm going to do illustrations using this video, right? And I have selected this file. I'm opening up this file, and I have a supplier data and length, and this is the length is expected, and then supplier has given this length, and the supplier 2 has given this length, right? So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it confidence interval, right? So to do that, you can go to the interval plot. So interval plot is a plot the mean and its associated confidence interval for one or more groups. So I'm just taking this one, and so you can go here and then see that with groups and with we're going to do it. So with group I'm taking it because we have two suppliers, and I'm just going to give that in the variable I'm going to give let's say length in graph 1, and then in the category I'm going to select the supplier, right? Supplier is the one A and B, right? So give OK. You can see here this is called confidence intervals, right? So for example, this is the mean, group B 600, and the supply A is 599.54, and this is the confidence intervals. You can see here that the duration is shorter here, the duration is longer here. That's what that book also talks about it. Basically in the book it has been circled out that particular difference. You can see here, right? And it's pretty much same. So it is already there as a confidence interval and all that. So for example, let's say even if I just click this one and go to the options, and you will find the same thing, right? So confidence interval is already there. So okay, so this is all about one. We can get to know that supplier B is having the more durations than the supplier 1, and the confidence interval also is pretty much high, right? And then this is using the data, you can do various things. You can do ANOVA, you can do testing like sample hypothesis testing and all that. But what I'm going to show you another thing is probability plot, right? And go to graph again once again, and it is from the probability plot. Okay, and then the multiple. Why multiple? Because we have two things. Sorry. So graph menu, I'm gonna keep it that measurement as a length, and that length is by the supplier. Do supplier, right? And going to give OK. So it has given that the plot here. You can see here A and B, right? So 599 and 600, very marginal difference. So 0.6 is the difference and 1.8 is the difference. And this is the data is normal and not normal and having the differences and all that, right? Let's say the same graph, if we wanted like, let's say multiple graph by variable, you can also add by variable also as well. Let's say in this particular one, let's see that by panel, you can add any panel. Let's see which panel they have added. In probability, that's what we have done. And let's see what panel they have added. So by variable panel, supplier they have taken. No problem. You can just take the supplier also as well. Fantastic. So give OK. And so know the two things has been separate out. So all these, it was there before legs combined. Now it has been separate out. Now you want to take a look both the things that you can also do it. Go to editor, and all the three things you can see together, and layout tools, right? And for example, the first one is this is the one, and then the second one is the interval plots that we saw, and third one is this one, right? And you can easily interpret the values. So which supplier is better, why is better, and all that you can easily interpret, right? So this is what we have done in Minitab. The same exercise, let's do it in the data tab also as well, right? I'm going back, I'm just closing this one, I'm going back to the data. I'm just taking up this data. And once again, you can also do other things also as well. Let's say you can also test uh, these variables also as well, like supplier one individually also you can do. So maybe I will just select by the column so it will be easy. Okay, I'll go to data tab and I will clear the table and then I will save. I will just paste it here on the cases. Okay, so now when you have supplier and length, let's say I'm doing it hypothesis testing example, right? You can also do other things also as well. Like for example, let's say, so you can also do the other correlations and all that. Let me do that first one. Let me do hypothesis testing. So hypothesis testing, let's say nominal, I'm just taking that supplier and let's say length. Length is a metric and then supplier. So it has automatically two sample t-tests, a independent one. And you can see here, so null hypothesis and alternate hypothesis, and what is the standard deviations and so on. And more importantly, this is what we are going to see that. So for example, let's say this is the box plot for supplier A and supplier B. And if you want like even a standard deviation also possible, pretty much it gives a standard deviation. You can just enlarge a bit. So in order to get this clear visions, right? And live-in test also. So that means significant, but both are supplier is having the differences, significant differences with the 95% confidence interval, right? So this is how we can easily do it with the help of data type. I hope you like this video. Please do like, share, subscribe my channel. You have wonderful day ahead.